Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Veminder, Ivar's son. And in that last episode, we finally got to see the end of one of our enemies, Goodfeeder, the son of Harold Fairhair. And although he did not die necessarily at our hands, he died in our hands, for, as you will recall, he was our prisoner, died in captivity at age 53. Now, obviously, the gods stripped us of the pleasure of killing him ourselves, for he died of sickness while our prisoner, and it would not have been honorable to duel the man or to execute him under such circumstances. So, unfortunately, we don't get that satisfaction. However, considering that he was in our camp as a prisoner when he died, I will still mark that as one tick on the box for Veminder succeeding in his mission. If he had died, if we hadn't got him imprisoned before he died, I don't think I would have counted that. And I think it would have been, it would have kind of sucked for the story. If any of these guys just go and die off, like Yorinder or any of them, if they go and die off just on their own, it could happen. Not every story, will end in a satisfying way. But I want to do my best to accomplish all of our goals, and particularly killing these three guys, whether it's at our hands or by, we have to have some connection to it. And we did have a connection with Goodfeeder's death. And that, I think, satisfies me in that sense. Now, a few months have passed since the end of that last episode. We've helped our ally, the High Chiefess of Man, to help her against Frisian here in her conquest of the Duchy of Ulster. Now, one thing I didn't notice until between episodes, I thought this was just because we were within the lands here of Scotland that we could see all the duchies, but no. The Kingdom of Scotland did get destroyed. So if we see here, Rodan McDurbergale, however you pronounce that. Rodan here was the former king of Alba, and then I guess he lost a war, a dissolution war, and so the kingdom was destroyed, and so now we have all of these independent duchies here, which is pretty cool to see. Alba was looking strong, but now it's just pure chaos, which is Scotland for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm not knocking Scotland. Regardless, we have ended up sieging down Dunfermline, and the war is just about done. So let time roll, because we should be seeing the war end any moment now, I would imagine. And we did basically go and win this war for the High Chiefess of Man. So let's hope that she pays us well. We can disband our armies here. So I guess we'll see if she did pay us. Did she? I'm not too sure. We'll take a look. Well, maybe once we unpause it. Here we go. To the vile boss Veminder, you have fought well in my wars. You earned every coin we agreed on. She only pays us 50. We basically won that whole war for you. I don't know if this is what I think that you're skimping out on us, High Chiefess. That is not a lot of money, considering we won that war for her. We fought a couple battles, and then we were the ones. That siege wouldn't have gone on without us, considering the armies there. So I don't think she paid us enough. What are we gonna do about that? Good question. During that time as well, Veminder, man, I'll never stop saying Ivar. 20 episodes long, and it's hard to get out of that habit. Veminder did recover from consumption there, though it does still rack most of our camp. However, I did want to kind of reflect his battle with the illness, so I've made him actually a lot more gaunt. Let his hair and beard grow out and stuff, and he looks like he's had consumption or tuberculosis as we know it today. Our dear concubine, our woman, Gurley the Wicked, she actually had another son while she has consumption herself. And I've named that son Yorleifer, or Yorleif, because that means, as far as I can tell, stallion's heir. And I thought that was pretty cool because, you know, considering how many children Vemender has, you could probably call him a stallion. But more than that, I kind of meant it more in the sense of like the warrior's heir, if that makes any sense. So, and it just sounds kind of cool, Yorleif. He did inherit the handsome trait, but unfortunately, he's not didn't inherit the albino trait from his mother, which always looks cool and, you know, makes a character look a little bit more interesting. But regardless, hopefully he'll grow up well. But who knows? He might just die of disease like the rest of our children. So we probably shouldn't have even named him yet. I'm gonna grab the gallant trait over here. And then yeah, I'm not satisfied with the 50 bucks that she paid us. So I am going to raise up our raiding army here. Hopefully we didn't start a raid. No, okay, let's go. Let's go in raider. Because yeah, I don't think that was enough money for basically winning that war for you. Ooh, Chieftain Balthgalak escaped. Well, ain't that a shame? All right, let's go get this siege done, or this raid done. A winter raid. They're probably not expecting it. Raid or trade? As my troops and I prepare to sack the lands of the Isle of Man, our first scouts report back. It seems the local towns are rich, but many are heavily fortified, and we could well be caught out by vengeful armies before we can break into the juiciest targets. All is not lost. The art of good raiding is all in exploiting opportunity, and we could perhaps arrange trade and tribute in exchange for staying our blades. Perhaps the local high chiefess will be amenable. If our offer is accepted, oh, she could just pay us. We could probably, oh, let's see, continue raiding. Let's see. You pillage the Isle of Man and refuse to think about trading instead of raiding for the rest of your life. Perhaps, no, I mean, no, this is kind of a vengeance kind of thing, so I think we will just continue the raid here, and it does align with our traits. So let's pillage it anyways. Because yeah, that's I mean, 50 gold. Like, look at some of the, you know, this guy. Oh wait, where's some of the jobs around here? There aren't any jobs. But either way, I mean, they pay us way more to just like go and do a random job over here than this woman paid us to help her conquer this whole bit of land. So yeah, I think that this is only fair. Plus, we got to do something in the winter while we're shored up here for the winter. There we go. So, oh, and we captured her daughter. Well, that's gonna be a little bit of extra money too, right? We can you'll surely ransom your daughter back. There we go. And then we'll leave you alone. How about? All right, there we go. Ransom the child back. And then there we go. 36 plus the 15 plus the 50. So that's closer. Yeah, it's about 100. So 100 gold seems a little bit more reasonable for helping you take Ulster here. So I think that's only fair. Let's go back here. There we go. Nice. And we can now disband the army. Disband all. There we go. All right. We can make requests. Let's see. I guess we could have made a request from her. But, I don't know. I don't know if she would have accepted here. Look at this. Personality, minus 50. You know, even though her opinion's lower from us from the rating, like, she wouldn't have given us anything extra anyways. 5 extra gold? Yeah, that wouldn't have mattered anyways. Here, all Ingoldeer won't give us anything too. Nobody likes us enough to want to give us anything. So we just have to take it by force, is essentially what the game is saying to me. I would like to go get some extra provisions here. I can find us something to eat. With my schnares, I shall feed us all. There we go. We bring in much food. And let's see here. I mean, we've got a lot of ill people. It's May, though. May is a good time to set sail. And we do need to set sail, for there are still 2 more sons of Harold Fairhair. Hogni Haraldsson, who's over here in Verle. Or Verle, I don't know how you pronounce it. Just like everything else in this game. And then the other one, Jorundr. Oh, Jorundr's nearby here in an even harder to pronounce place. So it looks like we do need to travel to Denmark. Solace in Script. The latest work of my acquaintance, Mayor Dan, has become all the rage at court. And he's publicly dedicated it to me, the mayor of Bridlington. No matter how many days twist and pass, winds whisper coldly through the grass. When one so great falls so far, 'tis rare for any to scape less a scar. Drivel. We're the son of Ivar Scallendil. This kind of poem means nothing to us. Plus, it kind of sounded insulting, if you ask me. I think it's time to move on. I don't want to head to Denmark all just in this 1 year. I think what we're going to do is we're going to stop by and do some raiding in Frisia. And I did see that there is a Norse outpost here in West Friesland, held by Count Leoter, who is actually a vassal of the Jarl of Jorvik. So I think we're going to head over to West Friesland, and we'll basically go from there. I do want to sail from Chester, because I assume that's where our ships are at this point, so that's probably what we're gonna do. We'll just go like this. Yeah, there we go. Costs us a little more food, but we're doing decently on our food supplies, so. The easy life. Stigander, the unseen, appreciates the freedom of life on the road. Well, that's good. I'm glad. Oh man, our camp is still suffering. We lost so many people in that last episode. Astrid and, many of our children. Njord is also just like suffering from the consumption. Our concubine, our woman. Oh, Gurley is recovered, so that's good. We did have one of our Varangian's sons made a name for himself in one of those battles. Orca Vargskar. Yeah, he's the son of one of the Varangians. He's essentially Varangian trained himself. Lost an eye in a duel a couple years ago when he was just a young man. But that ain't gonna stop him. He is an unyielding man, stubborn as hell, and a proper Viking, as you can see by his traits. So hopefully he'll do a good job for us. We do probably need him to fill out a position here, like bodyguard. Only average at it. He's too young to start as our master of arms, though, right? Like, we probably should let's let him earn his way up. We do need a quartermaster, potentially a stooge, and a master at arms as well. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do some recruiting, because we lost a lot of people, and our camp is looking kind of thin. I think we've only got 3 champions right now. I mean, maybe we call up Gunner. Maybe we allow Gunner. He's a short little guy, but he's a tough bastard too. So Gunner the Mule, I guess you can earn your place in the shield wall. We'll just put you on the end, because if you're in the middle, it's gonna be a little bit of a gap. So, tis such as it is. Anyways, let's make our way over. Sailing along the coast of England, a pretty strong England, under King Æthelwald, something like that. Oh wow, look at him! Look at his traits: intelligent and strong, diligent, deceitful, and calm. Not bad traits for a king. So King Kyril died of old age at age 63, and now his son, 18 years old. Oh man, this kid could be going places. Although he did lose East Anglia to the Holy Roman Empire. So yeah, things are getting interesting over in England. Iberia still looking mostly normal there. Our son has learned the Basque language. That's good for him, but we don't care about our children that much, especially not those ones. All right, let's head over here. Let's land. So we've landed in Harlem. I mean, we could do some raiding November. It's, winter time. Winter time is probably not the best for raid, but I think we'll hold up. We'll give some of our people a chance to hopefully recover from the illness so that they're suffering here. I mean, if there was a camp to go to, I would go to it. But regardless, we could probably build something over here. Let's see, roaring campfire. We could get wandering poets. Supply tent could give us diligent menders, roaming smithy. Roaming smithy looks like it's more cavalry focused. Stocked arsenal though, army damage, that could be good. Yeah, I think, you know what, I think we'll get this stocked arsenal because I do want to unlock the armor position, even though we don't have enough characters in our camp to fill all these positions. Hopefully we'll find some more as we go along here. Can challenge a guy to a trial by combat? Sigurdur. Who the heck is Lord Sigurdur? Jarl Ragnar's Spy Master. That doesn't really make any sense. We have here a potential alliance. Arnbjarn of Hrafnjarl. The son. Ooh. Look at this. King Ulfric Eirik's son, the king of Hrafnjarl, King Eirikr the Gambler, as he was known, has flagellated himself to death. Damn, all right. Ordonu. Ooh, Ordonu's still alive. Damn, Ordonu outlasted Eirikr. Impressive. So this is the brother now of Njord and married to our sister Helen. So yeah, interesting little turn of events there. So, but and oh, Hastings still rules in Galicia, but he is ill with consumption as well. Man, consumption is just wrecking everybody. You want an alliance, but oh wow, he's got club-footed and delicate. He's inherited the traits of the family here. I don't see any reason to do this alliance here. But yeah, that's actually good for Castile because King Eirikr was a powerful and zealous Norse warrior. And if Ordonu had died first, his son Infante Alfonso, who actually has some decent traits, ambitious and brave, might have struggled a little bit with King Eirikr as his neighbor. Just consider, the Segovian Accords might still hold. As we can see, the Segovian Accords, they might still hold in the death of King Alfonso, but it'll be a tenuous peace. But now with King Ulfric here, patient, he's still ambitious, but paranoid. Yeah, he's an interesting character. But he's not quite the man that his father is yet. So, and King Hastings here is wrecked by disease. So, yeah, that could present some level of tenuous peace pertaining in Iberia there. So, what do we have here? Join King Eilifr's Grand Tournament. Who's King Eilifr? Which one are you? The King of Estonia. That's so far away. No, I don't think we'll join that. One interesting thing I did see as we're starting to make our way over here, so in Sweden, we have this interesting character, King Torbjorn, the Mad of Sweden. He's Catholic. He converted to Catholicism. I don't think he's converted any of his lands, but his children are still. Oh no, his children are Catholic too. So Sweden has actually, the ruling class of Sweden has gone Catholic. I don't know how many. Yeah, we still got quite a few. No, we got Catholics there. Interesting. There's still quite a few Norse, though. There's still quite a few Norse here, but it's pretty spread out. Yeah, there's a big mix actually of still remaining Norse. Looks like the Norse outnumber the Catholics here, the ones who converted along with King Torbjorn. But yeah, that was an interesting turn of events. But what's even more interesting, well, not necessarily, but something interesting I did notice was take a look at King Skarphedin's, the King of Denmark. Take a look at his father here, King Balder Sigurdsson. He was slain in a duel by King Torbjorn the Mad. But if we take a look at this. King Torbjorn the Mad's father was slain by King Balder Sigurdsson in 922. And then King Balder was slain by Torbjorn, the guy's son, in 923. So the King of Denmark killed the King of Sweden in a battle. And then 1 year later, the King of Sweden, in revenge, killed the King of Denmark. So that's just one of those cool, really cool things that happens in the game, just kind of randomly. But I noticed that, and I just thought that was such an interesting, like, little side story that happened there, especially for the Norse king who converted to Catholicism. Like, that's a really fascinating turn of events. We can see, oh yeah, he's defending a war against the tyranny. Yeah, so that's interesting that he's turned to Catholicism. All right, it's January, so we'll hold up here for just a little bit longer. We'll probably do some raiding here in maybe like early spring, and then by kind of like the summer, we'll probably head over to Denmark and try and start hunting down our people. But I do want to get some raiding here done in Frisia, so. Populist Uprising Army. Leader Eadbald of the Populist Uprising. Ooh, interesting. Would you pay us some money to assist you, Jarl Ingolfir? He would. Let's see how he if he pays us here. We've joined the war. Oh, we can't raise our armies though, so we have to move our armies or move our camp. Is fine. Let's just head over here. I mean, might as well get paid if we can, right? Oh gosh. All right, we should be able to win this battle. Although, yeah, their leader. I mean, this guy looks pretty strong. Look at him: brave, ambitious, zealous, populist leader, strong. This guy's kind of a badass. Eadbald of House Kendall. But we've got the defensive advantage here, so we should be able to beat this peasant army. And they've got the disembark penalty, which is going to probably help us quite a bit here. So let's see. Unfamiliar rations. The culture in Alkmaar is unfamiliar to me. It's a local recipe, supposedly authentically Dutch. Stewed rabbit with onions. I mean, I've been to the Netherlands. Not to this part of it, but I don't think I ever had stewed rabbit with onions. I don't know, but it seems reasonable. Blend it with herbs from Norse cuisine. What kind of herbs do we have for Norse cuisine? I think we'll go with that anyways. All right, let's crush this this peasant army and earn our pay. Oh, look at that! Did you see that? Orca was wounded there. Our champion was wounded by an enemy soldier. That's how you make a name for yourself, kid. That's how you do it. I'd like to keep this guy in our camp because I'd like to recruit him if we can. Once the war is done here, but it might drag him out of our prison once they make peace. But possibly not. We might be able to recruit. Well, he's zealous though. Should we just execute him? Behead him? They probably want the prisoner though, right? No, we won't behead him because we probably have to turn the prisoner over. That's probably part of the whole thing. So that's exactly what we'll do. Okay, well, I want to get with my raiding here, so I'm gonna stand down our army. Can't raise them as raiders because we're at war. There we go. Oh, he is still in our prison. So be it. And we did get our pay, so that's nice. Can we? Oh, and now he became a prisoner of. I see. Yeah, so we did turn the prisoner over there. We captured him in battle. Pretty good. So let's go and do some raiders. And we'll head straight for Brielle, and we'll get some money from these guys here. Wow, there's good money in some of these lands. But I don't really want to go messing with the Holy Roman Empire at this point. They are pretty strong. And yeah, if we end up on their bad side, they can call on a pretty big army here. Ins and outs. As we trudge down the road, a building hoves into view. The battered sign reigns the King's Arms Inn. No luck here tonight. We barely got room inside for our current lodgers. Well, I'm afraid that I absolutely require lodging. Your hint is taken with a discount on top. We gain comfortable trappings for 10 years. Yeah, you don't say no to a Viking army. If you're smart. Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about the Hollanders here. They don't have enough forces to even attempt to attack us here. Glode, our former friend and a daughter of Harold Fairhair, who became our enemy when we killed her son in cold blood in revenge for what her husband did to our family, has died of typhus. And disease is just killing in this campaign. So we didn't see this in the last one. King Hastings still suffering from it. Yeah, we didn't see the deaths like this in last season, but it's been going quite a bit. All right, let's go and raid down Middleburg as well. Is there anywhere else we could probably raid them? Really not too many places with a lot of money. Plus, I do want to get out of here September. We could probably sail in October. You know, it probably wouldn't take that many days to get to Denmark. So we'll do the raid and then we'll head out. We've got some aches and pains, but that inn we passed had many a spare bed. We gain rested and refreshed for 5 years. That is going to boost our health pretty decently here. Oh yeah, look at that. Now our health is doing good, so that makes me feel a little bit better about all the diseases and stuff going around. Let's finish off this raid. We're gonna bring in a decent little chunk of money here as well. Doesn't look like we got any prisoners or anything like that, so don't need to worry about that in any case. We can pardon our concubine. Yeah, well, why not? Girlie has served us well. Was that a Hraefenjall army? That is a Hraefenjall army. What are the Hraefenjalls doing over here? Defending against King Leoter Sigfridsson in the West Frieslander conquest of Holland. Oh, could we join in? Hraefenjall is joining in as well here. Yeah, Prince Arnbjorn. I mean, Njord. Njord might join in along with his brother here. Let's drop off our stuff and then let's see if this guy would pay us to assist him here. All right, we drop everything off. Let's disband our army. We could spend another winter here, I suppose. Then let's go and offer military assistance. Oh, you'll pay 149? That's way more money. Okay, now our armies... Oh, and they actually do need our help. Let's see if we can get here in time to assist with the fight. Wow. Hraefenjall, you weak bastards. Well, we're going to go and we're going to show them how it's done. And we'll take down their army for you. There we go. We're going up against Count Herve the Wolf. Well, let's. This is a relatively well-known noble house, isn't it? Nibelungen? Sounds familiar, but maybe not. In any case, we absolutely mogged their army. That's how you guys do it. All right, where are we sieging down? The barony of Dort? Is that the capital of this place? The barony of Dort? Amsterdam? Where is... Yeah, is this Amsterdam? Let's see. Delft, Rotterdam, Dort. No, there's no place over here. Where the heck is Amsterdam then? Ah, there it is. All right, let's go and siege. Oh, that's their capital. Yeah, let's go siege down their capital. And get ourselves a little bit of loot, maybe. Capture ourselves a prisoner? Oh, Princess Isentrude. Princess, you say? Oh, and look at this, a Nibelungen. She's married to him too. Maybe we capture him and make her mine. In any case, enduring hardships. We'll go for that because we have endured quite a few hardships. That's for sure. The door to my tent opens and Gurley stands right in front of me. With a subtle bow, she starts, I apologize for interrupting you. I was resting at the Stinking Princess, drinking with a group that reveals themselves to be servants of Jarl Ingoldir. Apparently they have some secrets. Tell me at once, we learn a secret. Ooh, he's got a lover. Who's his lover? Duchess? The Duchess of Essex. An Anglo-Saxon? Oh, okay. Well, considering your wife, she's your strong hunchback wife. I can see why you might be looking elsewhere, and an older woman too. Interesting, but damn, that's so are you betraying your people? I mean, she's from she's well, I guess a Mercian or a Northumbrian, regardless. Anglo-Saxon, and wow. Maybe Jarl Ingoldir is not as committed to the Norse cause as we might have thought. Curious. Interesting, though. Interesting indeed. We could blackmail him, but I don't know. I don't know if we're the blackmailing type. Somebody's joined the war against us. Boss Conrad, the Hunchback of the Swans of God. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's oh well. Is that them? Hopefully they're packing a little bit more troops than that. Regardless, I think we are the ones leading this siege, correct? Just want to make sure. Yeah, the Leon's Bonnie are leading the siege. So we're gonna get this siege done. I don't want to waste too much time doing stuff like this, but these guys are still looking relatively living. Oh, we might have to go after Jorundir soon. He is... Oh, he's actually just over here as well. Is he fighting in the army of those guys? Let's just double check here. He's the Chancellor for King Scar... Oh, he's the Chancellor for Denmark. Fascinating. All right, that makes a bit of an interesting little tidbit there. We're gonna have to go after this guy soon. So I think what we'll do is we'll head to Denmark, and we'll probably challenge them to a duel to the death, because somebody did tell me that using the cheat menu here, we can duel to the death. Let me just see here. Imprisons, kill this character, spawns an army, makes you the heir. No, that's not what we would want, obviously. Maybe it only works on living characters. I'm just gonna briefly check this because somebody did suggest there was a way to do this. So we mark them for edit, and then can we do duels to the death? Maybe it's through the kill. I don't want to click on that though. I might test this out after just to see, but yeah, apparently there's a way to use this to do duels to the death potentially, so we'll see. Regardless, that'll have to wait for a little bit because we are currently raiding Amsterdam, and that requires our attention at the moment. So let's get this siege done. With any luck, we will capture some prisoners. Oh, what's going on over here? Who are you fighting? The Holy Roman de Jure War for the Duchy of Augsburg. Anything interesting? Oh, Galicia is facing some... Oh, King Hasting died as well. He died, drank himself to death. So King Hasting and King Eiriker died, but they both died before Ordonu, who's been like infirm for this whole time. Man, Ordonu, his family just caught the hugest break that they possibly could. Because both Eiriker and Hasting were both like powerful, you know, kings in the not necessarily the prime of their lives, but in the prime of their ruling years. You know, they were well established, strong kings. You know, the sons obviously are gonna have chips off their shoulder, like this guy, Berserker and Brave and stuff, but they're gonna have a lot harder of a time. Um, you know, acting against Ordonu or even his son Alfonso, who's actually getting enough time to become a man here too. So this is actually very good for Castile here. That that Hraefenjall and Galicia both lost their powerful kings and are now ruled by like younger men. So you know, younger men do have something to prove often, but yeah, there we go. Oh boy, look at that. We captured ourselves a king. I would love to ransom you. I'd love to ransom you before they could do that. Oh, he can barely pay us. He can barely pay us. For a hook? No, he just doesn't have any money. That's too bad. I guess we'll just consider the war won then. Oh, but we captured 2 others. We do have some other prisoners here. Anybody who will sell, who will offer themselves? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this Captain Sancho. What about you? You'll pay us. What about you? All right, we'll just you know, ransom everybody who's gonna give us anything here. We don't need to carry these prisoners around forever. The West Frieslander conquest of the County of Holland. There we go. That was successful for us. We will get paid, I must presume. Oh yeah, we were going to get paid a good chunk of money for this, so maybe I don't have to worry about it here. Good job, good job us doing this for West Friesland. Let's see, how much are you going to pay us? All is fair. Many treatises have been written on honorable conduct. Yeah, look at that, 149. That's a little bit more reasonable amount of money. That's what the Duchess of Man should have paid us if she didn't want us to raid her. And look at these people paying us to release them from prison. So we could learn to, hit and run tactics. Retreat losses is nice. Friendly fatal casualties is really nice for 5 years. I will not stoop to fighting dirty. No, hit and run tactics are good. Let's try our luck in the runes. And our search goes well. We discover a small trinket, fertility plus 10, but a tiny bit of prestige loss. I'll take that little bit of prestige loss because that's not actually that bad. All right, I think it's time to make our way to Denmark because we do need to deal with our enemy sooner rather than later. Jorundur is getting old. We can challenge him to a fight. 58% chance he would accept. Let's head. Okay, well, do we head for the capital? We probably, considering that Jorundur is the chancellor for the king here, is this guy over here. Ooh, you're rivaling Chieftain Sigurdur's chancellor. Who's Chieftain Sigurdur? The chieftain of... Oh, interesting. So another house from House Sigurdur here. Sigurdur of House Sigurdur. Interesting. So they're both serving members from the Danish royal house. Okay, I think probably the best place we can probably land... Aarhus? Yeah, maybe we'll go there. I'm not going to go over land. We're Vikings. Come on. We travel by sea. Yeah, there we go. That's how we travel there. Start moving. All right, it's time to go. It's time to prepare to get our revenge on our enemies. But we did good. We did some raiding. We won a war, captured Amsterdam for the Norse. You know, we helped Jorvik, sustain itself against its enemies there. So altogether, pretty good. Ooh, and look at this. Yorleif has become a bit of a troublemaker. Maybe he will be the heir that we always wanted. Never a dull moment. Excellent. We might, you might make something of yourself yet, kid. We'll see. If you don't die of a disease. You're not, once you get to 5 years old, we'll start paying attention to you. But until then, yeah, you mean nothing to us, kid. We got a ton of money too, so we can actually probably get some new camp upgrades as well. But yeah, we'll land here. Oh, you're currently in a war as well. All right, so there we go. We have the Eagle has landed. Let's see. Did we get? Yeah, so we built the stocked arsenal. Roaring Campfire Proving Grounds. We could probably start leveling some of these things up. Let's see. Or do we just save up for the pavilion level 4? Could be nice. No, I think maybe boosting some of these You know what? We should probably let's get the second thing for the Roaring Campfire. Trailing musicians or wandering poets. So even though we're not a poet ourselves, and I don't know if we necessarily have, you know, any kind of feel for poetry like our father, I do kind of want to get wandering poets in the as our thing, because I think, you know, like skalds would want to come to the camp of Veminder, you know, not only because of his father and the fame of his family, but also because of the deeds of Veminder himself, who has proven himself worthy of writing poetry about. So yeah, maybe we'll get some poets in our camp. But yeah, a very interesting turns of events. You know, all this stuff with the King of Sweden here, and apparently his wife is imprisoned, and Galicia, and, you know, Hraefenjall losing their kings, or Donu somehow still alive, 66 years of age and infirm. Lot of interesting things going on, and I think we will continue to look at those. But in the next episode, Wanderers, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel and you've made it to the end of this episode, please do take a moment to just click the subscribe button down below. Leave a like on the video. It does boost the algorithm, and it boosts my happiness, which is the most important. Regardless, until the next one, Wanderers, thank you for watching.